On May 11, 1960, a man stepped off a bus in Buenos Aires, unaware that 11 shadows were waiting for him. This man was Adolf Eichmann, the architect of the Holocaust. He would never again set foot in Argentina. The operation, carried out by the Mossad, was one of the first to demonstrate the agency's ability to operate on enemy soil. But what lies behind this operation and those that followed? The Mossad, founded in 1949, operates according to an unwritten principle: the border of an enemy state is not an obstacle, but a logistical detail. This doctrine has guided the Mossad's operations throughout its history. The Eichmann operation, carried out in 1960, is a striking example. A team of 11 agents, led by Adolf Eichmann, succeeded in capturing Eichmann and secretly transferring him to Israel. This operation was followed by others, such as Operation Spring of Youth in 1973, in which Ehud Barak and 15 agents assassinated 3 leaders of Black September in Beirut. The Mossad also conducted neutralization operations, such as Operation Entebbe in 1976, in which 102 hostages were freed at Entebbe Airport in Uganda. These operations were carried out with great discretion and without official confirmation from the Israeli government. According to the official version, the Israeli government does not comment on Mossad operations. However, declassified documents and testimonies from former agents have allowed us to reconstruct part of the history. The Eichmann trial, which took place in Jerusalem in 1961, was one of the first to reveal the Mossad's involvement in operations on enemy soil. The verdict, which condemned Eichmann to death, was made public, but the details of the operation that led to his capture remain classified. Subsequent operations, such as Operation Entebbe, were reported by the media, but the Israeli government never officially confirmed the details of these operations. Despite the Mossad's discretion, gaps in the official version have allowed us to discover details about these operations. The Lillehammer affair in 1973 was one of the first to reveal the Mossad's mistakes. Agents assassinated an innocent man, Ahmed Bouchiki, in Norway, mistaking him for Ali Hassan Salameh, a leader of Black September. This affair showed that even the most carefully planned operations can fail. Furthermore, the assassination of Mahmoud al-Mabhouh in Dubai in 2010 highlighted the use of fake passports by Mossad agents. But the most important document, the one that could reveal the truth about Mossad operations, has not yet been discovered. And that's where the story becomes really disturbing. Declassified documents and testimonies from former agents have allowed us to reconstruct part of the history of Mossad operations. The official report on Operation Entebbe, dated July 1976, describes the assault and the liberation of the hostages in detail. The Eichmann trial verdict, made public in 1961, condemned Eichmann to death for crimes against humanity. Rafi Eitan's memoirs, published in 2007, described the operation to capture Eichmann in Buenos Aires. The Sunday Times archives, dated October 5, 1986, reveal the secrets of Israel's nuclear program, exposed by Mordecai Vanunu. The official statement from the Dubai police, dated February 2010, describes the assassination of Mahmoud al-Mabhouh and the discovery of fake passports used by Mossad agents. These documents and testimonies prove that Mossad operations were carried out with great discretion and formidable efficiency. The evidence is there, but there is still much to discover. This seemingly innocuous detail was about to change everything. The truth about Mossad operations is finally revealed. Declassified documents and testimonies from former agents show that the Mossad carried out capture, assassination, and neutralization operations on enemy soil. The Eichmann operation, Operation Entebbe, Operation Spring of Youth, and the assassination of Mahmoud al-Mabhouh are all examples of the Mossad's ability to operate in the shadows. Mossad operations were carried out with great discretion, but the evidence is there. The revelation of these operations shows that the Mossad is a formidable and efficient intelligence agency. But there was one element that no one had wanted to confront. And that's where the story becomes really disturbing. Today, Mossad operations are still a topic of debate. Revelations about the use of fake passports by Mossad agents have sparked a diplomatic crisis with several countries. Mossad operations have also been criticized for their lack of transparency and formidable efficiency. But Mossad operations have also saved lives and protected the State of Israel. Those responsible for Mossad operations have never been brought to trial for their actions. The history of Mossad operations is complex and multifaceted. It is essential to understand the motivations and consequences of these operations to better grasp the reality of the intelligence world. In conclusion, Mossad operations were carried out with great discretion and formidable efficiency. Declassified documents and testimonies from former agents have allowed us to reconstruct part of the history of these operations. But there is still much to discover. The truth about Mossad operations is complex and multifaceted. What does the future hold for this intelligence agency? Only time will tell. Subscribe to not miss the next episode.